Good day everyone, good day ma'am. I am Hazel Jumarie and my partner is Miss Janet Velasco. Our topic is about dairy fermented products. This chapter discusses general technical aspects of the manufacture of fermented dairy products with a focus on yogurt, sour cream, cheddar, and processed cheese. Fermented milk foods with desirable characteristics of flavor, texture, and probiotic profiles can be created by formulating the desired chemical composition of the milk substrate mix, judicious selection of lactic acid bacteria, and fermentation conditions. Introduction. Microorganisms employed as starters for production of cultured dairy foods are divided into two types. Based on the optimum temperature ranges at which they operate, the lactic acid bacteria incubated at temperature above 35 degrees Celsius are referred to as thermophilic bacteria, and those incubated at 22 to 30 degrees Celsius are called mesophilic starters. Yogurt is derived by culturing with thermophilic cultures, which act in symbiosis with each other. In contrast, sour cream or cultured cream is obtained by fermentation, which mesophilic lactococci and leuconostocs. Yogurt and sour cream do not involve whey formation and removal from curd. A notable exception is Greek yogurt, which has gained a particular attention in recent years. At the turn of the last century, developments in melting processes involving natural cheese of various ages gave birth to a line of processed cheese products with controlled flavor and texture and extended shelf life. In addition, various shapes, sizes, configurations, and sliced versions were created to provide varieties with novel applications. The consumer can use these products as ingredients in cooking of several dishes or as a ready-to-eat snack. These products are designed to be consumed as spreads or as slices in sandwiches and function as a dip or topping on snacks. So, as you can see, daghan gid kayo gamit ang mga dairy products. So, various fermented dairy foods may be consumed in original form, or they may be mixed with fruits, grains, and nuts to yield delicious beverages, snacks, desserts, breakfast foods, or a light lunch. A variety of textures and flavors are generated by selection of lactic acid bacteria. A combination of lactic acid bacteria and their strains allows an interesting array of products to suit different occasions of consumption. Consumption trends. Trends in the production and consumption of fermented dairy foods in the US are presented in table. Production and consumption of yogurt, sour cream, and cheese have registered significant gains in the time period of 1960 to 2011. Yogurt production in 2011 was 4,272 million pounds with per capita consumption of 13.7 pounds. The growth of yogurt has been especially remarkable during this period. However, compared to Sweden, with per capita consumption of 62.8 pounds, US consumption is modest. Sour cream production of 1,264 million pounds with per capita consumption of 4.1 pounds has been fairly flat in recent years. Natural cheese production of 10,597 million pounds and per capita consumption of 33.5 pounds has shown modest growth. Production of starters for fermented dairy foods. Fermented milk foods with desirable characteristics of flavor, texture, and probiotic profiles can be created by formulating the desired chemical composition of the milk substrate mix, judicious selection of lactic acid bacteria, and fermentation conditions. A starter is made up of one or more strains of food-grade microorganisms. Individual microorganisms utilized as a single culture, single or multiple strains, or in combination with other microorganisms, exhibit characteristics impacting the technology of manufacture of fermented milks. Biochemical bases. Quality control programs include controlling product composition, viscosity, color, flavor, body, and texture, as well as fermentation process. Daily tests for chemical composition of the product, pH, and sensory quality constitute the core of quality assurance. The flavor defects can be described as too acid, too weak, fruit flavor, unnatural, etc. The sweetness level may be excessive or weak, or may exhibit corn syrup flavor. The ingredients used may impart undesirable flavors such as stale, metallic, old ingredients, oxidized, rancid, or unclean. Lack of control in processing procedures may cause overcooked, caramelized, or excessively sour flavor notes in the product. Proper control or processing parameters and ingredient quality ensure optimum flavor. So next is yogurt that will be reported by my partner, Miss Janet Velasco.
Good day, ma'am. So here is the continuation of our report entitled Dairy Fermented Product. Yogurt. Both soft-serve and hard frozen yogurts have gained popularity in recent years. The popularity of frozen yogurt has been propelled by its low-fat and non-fat options. Frozen yogurt is a low-acid product resembling low-fat ice cream in flavor and texture with only 0.3% titratable acidity. There are no federal legal requirements for frozen yogurt, but a few states do have legal definitions. A common procedure involves blending skim milk fermented with yogurt culture with low-fat ice cream mixed to yield frozen yogurt mix. Another procedure uses controlled fermentation of low-fat ice cream to pH 5.9 to 6.0. In some instances, the blend is pasteurized to ensure destruction of pathogens as well as yogurt bacteria in the resulting low-acid food. To provide live and active yogurt culture in the finished product, frozen culture concentrate must be blended with the pasteurized product. The blend is flavored and frozen is an ice cream freezer or soft ice cream machine similar to frozen dessert manufacture. Culture or sour cream. Yogurt products enjoy an image of being health-promoting foods. The type of cultures and their viability, as well as active status, are important attributes from a consumer standpoint. In quality culture tests are necessary to ensure live and active status of the culture. As per National Yogurt Association standards or National Yogurt Association 2008, yogurt must pass an activity test. The cultures must be active at the end of the shelf life stated on this package. Samples of yogurt stored at a temperature between 1°C and 10°C for the duration of the stated shelf life are subjected to the activity test. Kefir. Kefir is a fermented yogurt-like drink that dates back centuries to the shepherds of the Caucasus Mountains. The word kefir is derived from the Turkish word kef, which means good feeling. A benefit this drink is said to provide for those who consume it. Kefir is produced with starter grains, known as kefir grains, which contain active microorganisms consisting of 83 to 90% lactic acid, bacteria, and 10 to 17% yeast. Kefir incorporates various essential vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and enzymes, particularly phosphorus, magnesium, calcium, and vitamins B2, B12, D, K, and A. Glycolysis. Since cheese is a fermented dairy product, a key feature of its manufacture is the metabolism of milk sugar, lactose to lactate, by selected cultures of lactic acid bacteria. Lactose degradation influences cheese flavors and a number of flavor compounds, including diacetyl acetic acid and propionic acid are produced from this phenomenon. The main isomer produced during this change is lactate. Lactose metabolism is decreased by addition of salt during cheddar cheese manufacture. In this case, most of the lactic acid is produced in the cheese before salting and molding. The rate of lactose fermentation depends on the percentage salt in moisture content of the curd. At low salt in moisture concentrations and low populations of NSLEB, residual lactose is converted mainly to plus lactate by the starter bacteria. Gomez. Gomez is a natural fermented dairy product from the Caucasian area. It is also known under different other names such as Gomez, Kames, or Kimes. Gomez is obtained by the use of Maris milk in its manufactures. Maris milk that contains less amount of casein and fatty matter as compared than that cow's milk. Gomez showcases a dispersed coagulum giving the milk product a smoother taste or compared to kefir. The traditional manufacture of Gomez involves storage of Mars milk in animal skin bags, where a natural or induced acidification process occurs. Dry Gomez is basically maintained among seasons, and the distinct starters are transferred from one generation to another within families or back. Sloping, Lab and Yes species are both considered responsible for acidification and the final sensorial properties of the product. Cheeses. Cheese production involves removal of liquid weight, leading to partial dehydration and concentration of certain milk constituents. Most cheese varieties are produced with mesophilic cultures, but certain varieties use thermophilic bacteria. In addition, other microorganisms like molds and yeast characterize certain cheese varieties during cheese making. Lower of pH and addition of salt confer a preservative effect, resulting in extension of shelf life as well as safety for consumption. In cheese, the main milk components, proteins, fat, and minerals, are concentrated and protected from rapid deterioration by spoilage microorganisms. For consumers, cheese provides good nutrients, variety, convenience of use, portability, food safety, and novelty of flavors and textures. And the last, sustainability efforts in whey processing. Modern packaging techniques confer even more extended shelf life, allowing the movement of cheese over long distance from the place of manufacture. There are some 400 varieties of cheese consumed throughout the world. The major varieties have distinctive flavor and textures ascribed primarily to the use of milk of various domesticated animals, discrete microbial cultures, enzymes, and refining conditions. Their processing procedures influence final chemical composition, resulting in distinct fermentation patterns, which in turn develop specific flavors and textures. The packaging materials should be stored in dust-free and humidity-free conditions. The filling room should be fogged with chlorine or iodine regularly. Quality control checks on fruit preparations and flavoring should be performed, spot checking to ascertain sterility and to eliminate yeast and mold. Entry via fruit preparation and refrigerated storage of the fruit flavorings is recommended. That would be all. Thank you.